you see all these debates happening online. People are worried. Dealers are worried about the evolution of technology and what the Elon Musks are going to do to this business, and what Amazon's going to do testing out car sales online and yada yada yada. I'm actually a believer that technology will facilitate a different style of transaction, but people are going to still need information. They're going to still want to talk to somebody when they're making big investments. And I know there's those that just cringed right now when they heard me refer to a car deal as an investment. But when you really get in the customer's shoes, I mean, when you're spending over $5,000 on something, you think of it as an investment. This is hard-earned dollars. I'm financing it. It's giving me a service back in return. So the question is, how do we align with the customer expectation? Because I think that's really what this is all about. Like you said, I'm looking for the closest spot to the green light. I'm looking for the shortest line in the grocery store. And then I love what you said about, and then I walk into a dealership and it's where time, it's like the land before time, where time was lost.
Yeah.
How do we get started? What do we do? How do we just start implementing faster transaction times within the store? And also the other side of that is there any way that a OEM or anything like that will get in the way of this?
Great questions. I'm going to give you 15 suggestions to my dealer friends out there, and for you, Michael, on how to help at least understand the psychology of this without giving away my entire secret sauce that you have to find out from my training or from my books, of course. I want to just backtrack to what you said about dealers and so on fearing change. I work for an automotive manufacturer at the corporate level. I've done lots of things. I've done everything in the car business as far as I can tell, besides actually building cars and owning a new car dealership. I've done everything pretty much in between, and I've never left the business. I spent 7 years at an automotive manufacturer that ended up declaring bankruptcy a few years ago. And I heard how they were talking, and I left about 10 years before that happened, but the writing was on the wall because they did not want to change. And it could have been prevented. Believe me, they didn't want to change. So sometimes, the trend is not your friend unless you recognize what the trend is and then decide to make some changes before you have to, it's either evolve or dissolve. So you can choose to evolve or dissolve. I hope to evolve. I hope most of my clients do. So nobody's too big to fail. And again, being Canadians, Michael, BlackBerry started the smartphone industry. They didn't pay attention to the trends, apps and the connectivity of the internet and things that way. And look what happened to them. You see, really, and a great company, but just maybe they made enough money. I don't know what happened. They got too fat, too lazy. So nobody's too big to fail. And how we keep the Elon Musks and the people, I guess, not having a massive competitive advantage out there with our customers or in the marketplace is staying cutting edge, making the trend our friend. And then they won't have an opportunity. There will be no wedge point for them to jump in and take over a fantastic business that we'd all want to be part of. If it does happen, we'll all adapt, whatever does happen. But part of it is, we don't want to be our own undoing. So.